Hello and welcome to Let's Play Railroad Tycoon 3. Well, I figured it was time to start up a new scenario. This is a custom one that I just got off the website. It's called New France. Here's the information on it. It's all about the New World. So it's basically, the map is how they saw America in 1730. Like the mountains you'll see when I get in there. It looks different, but it's pretty good. It takes place in 1830, obviously. You can't go back any further than that, but the map is supposed to be based on 1730. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so start. This is a custom map made by Ned Fumpkin, I think. There's a README file that goes with the map on the website there. Alright, here we are. So we've been sent here by the King of France to build an iron ribbon. We start in Quebec up in Canada. Gotta go down through America. Broken away from France. You can read this if you want. No banks, so you can't issue bonds at all. And you can't buy industries, but you can build your own. You know, it's pretty expensive, so we're gonna try to do that, but there's not a whole lot of that we can do in the beginning anyway. You can't go into the red more than 500,000. And you gotta start all your track from the same place. You know, you can't just build track everywhere. There's no second place but many roads to gold, so you have to get the gold. The king is dead, and you need to send back 100 million francs, which is $10 million, back to France, basically. Every year you have to make a payment, and you'll see it at the end of the first year. It's not too bad in the beginning, but it starts getting higher and higher. And you know, you're trying to make that $10 million mark. Land is rich in fur. So I think he sees fur as wool. If people are friendly, they have great... So, yeah, they're gonna want stuff. So pretty much just trading. You'll see that. It's pretty cool. Like the ports, things do different things that you expect them to do. Like, you know, they demand alcohol and clothing, but you can take lumber and turn it into coffee, and coal trades into cotton. It's pretty useful. And there's also, yeah, here's the map, Quebec, Montreal. I'll show you. Right now we only have rights up here. So we're going to have to be buying these countries, and way up there's 1 million. This one's only 100,000 now, this one's 50. Sorry. 5 million for Northeast, but there's a way around that, I'll show you. There's all the different places. And yeah, this one, I like this scenario a lot. It's a lot of fun, but it is pretty tricky to start. It starts a little slow. It's a little tricky. It does start you off with 2 million, but it gets a little tricky. I'll show you the companies. Yeah, we got Pennsylvania to Virginia. Everything's like in kind of how the French saw it back in the 1730s. So, like, there's Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Perth. I'm guessing, let's see, I'm guessing maybe this is either Jersey or supposed to be New York. And then there's Boston up here. I think it's a little too far south for New York, actually. And Port Royal is one of the places we're going to end up having to connect to. Quebec, Montreal, and let's see, Louisiana down here, Fort Orleans. And so, you know, we'll get there eventually. So to start off, pretty simple, connect Montreal to Quebec. There's no real other options to start, because that's the only zone you really have rights to right now. Okay. And of course it's 1830, so we're trying our best to make the track pretty flat, because it's going to be the Planet locomotive for a while, and those are pretty bad. Undo. I can't undo that one little square. Okay. Let's see if I can get... Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, I'm being picky as always with track building. This is going to be a little rough. And it's really, I know it's just, you're probably saying, oh, the twos and threes, it's fine. Well, it's 1830. So. There we go. I hope my sound is working better. I don't know. This is really, well, it's Let's Play, but it's also, it's a test. I don't even know if this is going to work yet. Let's see, we got a wool right here. And a livestock. That's interesting. Anyway, let's see. And I really don't want to start the game by plopping down two large stations. I was able to get away with a medium in Montreal the first time I tried this. I only played this once. Yeah, I want to cover that port. I think I'll build a medium here. Ah, screw it. I'm always worried about having the room to upgrade to the large, so I'll just start with the large, I guess. I'm a little worried about this track. Let's see. Okay. Now this early in the game, when we're only running the Planet locomotives, they don't need water too often, and more importantly, they're so cheap, they're only $10,000 to buy those little Planets. We're not going to build maintenance facilities for oil. It's just not worth it. They're $100,000 just to plop down the facility, and then you pay maintenance on top of that. So we're just not going to do it. We're just going to have Planets, and then by the time the Planets' reliability is getting really bad, it'll be time to replace them anyway, because they don't last long. And we'll just do 1 and 4. I think just one train between Montreal and Quebec is fine. There. Now, once things start going, I think we're going to see some options here. Maybe. I don't remember now. As you can see, though, it's a big, wide open map, and there's not a whole lot of towns. There's like no little towns. Every town is like an important, good place to get to. It's not like there's little towns that you can skip. Like, if you're going in a general direction, you're going to connect everywhere, basically. And industry is going to be very important, too. Because we need to make a lot of money somehow, and just have one train between Montreal and Quebec is not going to make a whole lot, so I think something's going to happen pretty soon. Maybe. I don't remember now. Anyway, let me see. Let me see the industry list here. Like I said in the beginning, you can't buy industries that are already there, but you can build them. Yeah, see, he discounted them a little bit. It's still $1 million, but it's worth it because there's a sheep farm. There's a sheep farm right there. So we're gonna build our first industry right off the bat. I mean, it's a big gamble because that was $1 million out of our starting cash right off the bat. Now something pops up. Choose wisely and try not to make enemies. Yeah. So, as you can see, there's already one wool here. And let's see, we got some other wool coming down to Quebec, and we got a train going back and forth here, so that should work. That's our wool piled up here. Oh, there's cotton. Oh, that's cotton. I guess coming down from that one. So basically, yeah, we're going to be a lot more industry-based this time. Like the other playthroughs I've been doing, I was able to just connect to towns and not have to worry about it too much. This time, it's going to be a lot more industry-based. Now, see, this is a great place to put textile because you can see there's 3 wool here, and they're all already coming down the river and coming together here in Montreal. So, this should work. Yeah, it's already 0.3 and I just plopped it down. And let's see what other industries we have here. There's some livestock working its way down too. And Pennsylvania has a meat packing plant, right, so it all wants to go there now. There's a few here. So just, keep in mind where things are here. Iron, there's no iron. No iron yet. Grain down there. No grain up here. Ooh, this started off a little better the first time I did this. Let's see, logs. 1 here. I was able to set myself up a little bit better with logs here. Produce is not very good for industry because there's no industry that does anything with produce. It's just, a feeder. And it's already making its way up the river. And milk you can't do anything with it either yet. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot right now to start with here. That's a little worrisome. We got our textile built, and that's gonna work. There's not a whole lot else. I might even try to build a meat packing plant right here because there's livestock coming down the river. It's a really big gamble to try to like build a long line to try to get your raw materials, like especially the livestock that I was just looking at. You're thinking, oh, maybe we can build a line up here, but it's already coming down the river. That's the thing. I know it takes longer that way. Hold on. Oh, here's the first shipment. Okay, we got some money. So there we go. So if you miss a payment, there will be a penalty, and you miss too many and you're in trouble. So it's not as bad. The payment, you can get away with the low payment, which we're going to do for a while until we really get situated, and that's only 100,000. You can pay 100,000 or 500,000. We'll do 100. And there's the other option. I worked for the king. Yeah, I don't know what that does. I haven't tried it, but there we go. Pleased, yeah. I think we made a pretty good start. So now, let's see. Is there livestock here? 1.1. I can't afford it anyway. I'm already down to 585. We're better off making a run towards the town. Now see, these warehouses all over the place. These are like, I think he meant for these to be like trading places, like where you trade with the Indians, like Iroquois, those are Indians. Because here you trade clothing for wool, which is basically what he explained in the beginning, where the Indians want blankets and stuff, and they have plenty of fur, and wool is fur. So that makes a good, setup, because now we've got wool here, and we're already making clothing, and now I'll be able to ship the clothing up to Iroquois and trade it back for more wool to make into more clothing. So that's a nice setup there. That's gonna be a long trip over there. I gotta buy Iroquois too. Iroquois Nation here. Algonquins. Okay, it's cheap, 50,000. Now let's see how far we can get. It is really tricky right here getting out of Montreal and building your bridge. And then working your way down off this like little hill here. Yeah. Trying to remember how I set this up last time. That's better. This is pretty rough, but I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Now, the problem with this is, if you look at the land, it's a lot higher on this side of the river than on that side of the river. And what I'd really love to do is make the bridge itself slope, but that doesn't work. So unfortunately, look at that ramp. Look at that. Look at all those threes. That is steep for 1830. So what I'm gonna try to do is actually last time I did it, I built a bridge around here-ish, and it worked okay, but it had a long ramp like that. This time I'm gonna try something a little bit better, although I really don't have the money for it. Even if you go with a crazy long bridge, it's still a ramp. It's still a big ramp. I think somehow that might be a little better somehow. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the money for it anyway right now. But let's just compare that again. Like if I built a bridge right here. I think it's about the same either way. If I build it down here, at least there'll be a long straightaway, a place where they can build up speed between the bridges instead of go from one bridge to the other, especially with these wooden ones. So I'll build it here, but I'm out of money right now. I guess that's good for now. Oof, that's kind of ugly right here. Hopefully there is enough room so that eventually I can replace that bridge, though. Because I don't want it to be wooden forever. It's a long wooden bridge. And you're still making money. Okay, good. As long as there's one drain that we got going, as long as it keeps going, good. Cool. I'll show you the map a little bit better. Like, see, the mountains are a lot different than you'd expect. They're a lot steeper, obviously. They're pretty much uncrossable, except for certain spots. And I think, he set it up for 1730s and how they saw the mountains, and that is how they saw them. They saw them as uncrossable, basically. So, even though it looks really crazy, that's how they saw them. That makes sense. There's places like here, here. There's places where you can cross the mountains, so it's not too bad. I like it. I like how he made this map. Everything's French, because that's what it's set up as in this guy. He's all set. I don't know if the AI is allowed to build more track. I think he set it up so that they're not. I'm not sure. The towns are pretty far apart though, so I think even if they could, they wouldn't, because they don't expand too often anyway. know, the AI doesn't like to expand a whole lot. They don't like to spend money. Track building costs money, so they don't like to build bridges, stuff like that. But then when they do, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's that long. Let's see. At least the bridge is shorter. That's pretty crazy. I'm out of money again, but I got the bridge built. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look like there's really any way around that I can tell to build that bridge. And believe me, I tried building a bridge over both the rivers here. And it looks like it would work, but I don't think it would let me, because it was too close to this water. This game's extremely finicky with water. Okay, keep on making clothes. You're like my main income here. I might be making more industry profits than profits from the train. It's doing good. It's max 4. Yep, good. How much wool? There's 9 wool sitting here, so pretty soon I'm going to want to even upgrade it, and that's 600,000. Okay, let's see if we can get in town with that. Oh, never mind. It's December. I got to make that payment to France. Alright. There it is. 100,000. That's all I can afford. Okay. And the stock split already. Okay. No, I can't. That's right, I gotta issue a lot of stock in the beginning to try to make some money, and now it just split. That's not very good for issuing more stock. Yeah, well, 65, that's not too bad. Anyway, yeah. Well, that's pretty good for first opening episode, to show you what the map looks like and what we gotta do. And next time, I'm sure we'll make the connection to Iroquois and run some more trains and hopefully make some more money. And I'll see you then. Later.